Um, I love the fact that there are all these TikTok lawyers, on here that know everything about the legal system in every single state. And I have so enjoyed watching all these meatheads talk for the past couple of days about what they think is going on, what they don't know, but they're talking about it like they do and have questions and they're making their hypothesis. And I was just sitting back and laughing at all these ding dongs. So, yeah, so in my state, in Connecticut, after a court ruling, you can't get your paperwork right away. And how do I know this? Because I tried to do that. And I went down to the clerk of courts after the hearing and I asked them if I could get the paperwork, for the case that just finished. And the clerk of courts said to me, you can come back today after 4 and get it. And I'm like, I'm not wasting any more of my life sitting around here because those of you that actually follow me, you know that the first time when I filed the paperwork, I had to wait until 4 o'clock to see if whether or not the court was going to allow the case, because that's when I put in the original, the CPO request. And if you remember, I was hanging out at the mall. I was drinking a Starbucks chai iced tea latte, and I was bored off my ass. So this time around, I'm like, I am not going to wait around because the court case was over a little after 11, which meant I would have had to hang out for 5 hours. And quite honestly, I'm not wasting any more time on this and taking any more time out of my life than I have to. And I knew that they would send the paperwork and all that, which they did. Yesterday being a national holiday, federal holiday, there was no mail. So lo and behold, it came here. So I am going to read a little. I'm not going to show it because I know there's people that want to see it. I can tell you that the people who know what I've been, what I've been doing and what I've been going through on this app and actually care about what I've been going through on this app have seen the paperwork. The rest of you that have been saying, oh, well, she needs to show the paper. No, I don't. I don't need to show anything to you fatheads. So enjoy it because you're not going to see it. So I could tell you here, it has our names and it's a notice issued on 6/16/2026. The following order is entered in the above matter order. At the Civil Protection Order hearing on June 16th, 2026, the applicant appeared timely and the respondent appeared remotely. After evidence adduced at the hearing, the court finds that the applicant has met their burden of proof. That would be me. The following terms and conditions are so ordered. Do not contact the protected person in any manner, including by written, electronic, or telephone contact, and do not contact the protected person's home, workplace, or others with whom the contact would be likely to cause annoyance or alarm to the protected person. Respondent shall not post, share, disseminate, or reference in any way the name or image of the applicant, and that would be me. This order shall remain in effect for 12 months until June 16th, 2027. Okay, that's the first thing. And then I got the actual order of protection in my hand. And it pretty much says the same thing. It says, do not contact the person. The respondent shall not post, share, disseminate, or reference in any way the name or image of the applicant. Additional terms and conditions are on the following pages. It also says here, the court had jurisdiction over the parties in the subject matter, and the respondent was provided with reasonable notice and opportunity to be heard. This order shall be entered even without registration by the courts of any state, the District of Columbia, any U.S. territory and may be enforced on tribal lands. I don't need to, or tribal boundaries. To violate this order may result in federal imprisonment. Next page here. So, attention respondent. And the respondent, if you are subject to a civil protection order, the terms and conditions of protection order on the order of protection apply to you. That would be the person I saw in court. If additional civil protection orders have been issued in your case, those terms also apply to you. Even if the other party contacts you, you may be subject to arrest for violating the protection order. You should talk to an attorney if you have any questions. Let me see. Okay, if the civil protection order is identified on the order of protection, which it is, the order is effective until the date of the hearing, which it was. At the hearing, the court may issue a civil protection order that may remain in effect for up to 1 year. If the court is closed on the scheduled hearing day, the hearing will be held on the next day that the court is open. We already went through that. Criminal prosecution. If you violate the civil protection order, you are subject to criminal arrest, prosecution, and imprisonment. A violation of the terms and conditions of the order may constitute criminal violation of a civil protection order